Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News Live, where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX. I think you're going to enjoy, regardless of if anybody pays me to talk about anything, just because I think it deserves to be talked about. So with that being said, holy crap, we got almost 20 people in here live already. I wasn't here at my normal setup for last week. I didn't go live at my normal time. It was just not good. Getting back into the swing of things here, get the background music going, and we have a ton of people in the chat. I want to shout out some people real quick. Members in the chat, looks like we just got Kyle McDonald right now. Thanks for being a member, Kyle. We got Travis in here as well. Stony McGee, Old Fat Guy BMX. Kevin Jackson's in here. Zenke's in here. Timothy Hallbrook's in here. DGTA 630. Tony, your name. I'm glad I recognized it. Kevin Zuba's in here. Brian Lang. Who else? Sean Chambers, Ken Nichols, Adam Connor in the chat. Adam, I realized a second ago that all I have is the version that you sent me. So is it okay if I show that to everyone? It's kind of updated in a preview. It's kind of cool. Anyways, it's floating me. The Karinsky fam in here. Tech 6. Yes. Tony from Chicago, aka dude bike surfing while drinking a beer. So let's get into talking about some of the stuff going on. First of all, X Games Chiba in Japan is going on this weekend. Qualifying for BMX Park has already gone down. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. Today, we already had park elimination. What else is going on? Women's Skateboard Park elimination. So no more BMX events today. Vert Finals is happening tonight at 11 p.m. I think this is local time. So that's good. We have that. BMX for today is over, but we have, is there a schedule here? Let's find out. Overview. I don't see a schedule. What's going on with this? Basics, Trictionaries, BMX, all of the events. Well, that's okay because we have their channel with all the stuff scheduled already. As far as park goes, the people who have qualified for BMX Park, you can watch the full elimination, are the top 12, it looks like. I hope this is correct. I don't know for sure. Let's just jump into here. There's got to be some sort of graphic on screen that shows who qualified, but maybe not. Man, results. Does this help us? Elimination. This just shows the 12. I don't know how many made it in, but we can assume that Rim Nakamura, Logan Martin, Marcus Christopher, Brady Baker, Justin Dowell, Daniel Sandoval, Brandon Lupos, and Kevin Peraza made it. Because I would say at the very least they're going to do top 8. It's possible they do top 12. I can't find anything that tells me what. But we see Jose Torres 9th, Bryce Tryon 10, Josh Dove 11, and Jeremy Malott 12. So we'll find out. Top 8. Is that correct, LS? I hope that's correct. And I was right at first, so those 4 didn't make it. Peraza and up. I'm looking forward to seeing Marcus Christopher. If we want to see the schedule of events, we have all of them scheduled, at least today's and tomorrow. Man, I don't like how they do this. I don't like how they do this because they just have day 2 and 3 as a whole scheduled, which is great, but that doesn't let us see when anything's happening. Where is the schedule? How to watch? Multiple events. All right. So there it takes you straight to their channel. There we go. Now we can find the events. It'd be cool if it said schedule. Either way. Tomorrow we have Women's Skateboard Street Final at 12:10 a.m. So that's just after midnight tonight. Men's skateboard street best trick is at 2 a.m. This is, I'm assuming, our Eastern time. 14 hours, 3 minutes. Yes, so 14 hours from now would be 12:10 a.m. Then BMX Park Finals is at 3 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're in California, what does that make it? They're 3 hours before midnight California time. 16 hours, 53 minutes. Moto X best trick, 5 a.m. Men's BMX street final is going down tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. So at least that one will be on a normal time. You can watch that one 9:30 p.m. tomorrow. And what's on Sunday? So we have men's skate vert, women's skateboard park, BMX park best trick, 2:25 a.m. Holy cow. If you live on the West Coast, you're going to be better off because it's going to be about 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m. for you. Pretty crazy. You know what else is crazy? The fact that there's 35 people watching this right now. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you hit the button with this thing, it'll bring more people in. That's the only reason I bring it up. Whoa, Thursday, September. Oh, that's past events. Gotcha. So that's everything going down with X Games. You can tune in to their YouTube channel or Twitch to watch worldwide. It's pretty interesting that is it not on TV at all? It appears that it's not on TV at all, which is definitely interesting to see. Let's see who the invited athletes are for each category. So BMX Street, we have Courage Adams, Jordan Godwin, Boyd Hilder, Joji Mizogaki, Kevin Peraza, Felix Prangenberg, Garrett Reynolds, and Devin Smiley. So there's only 8 of them. Will Garrett Reynolds win and surpass Sean White in X Games medals? We will find out. Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. Kurt Schmidt in the chat. I got to meet Kurt Schmidt this past weekend, and it was awesome. Who else? Men's BMX Park. Brady Baker, Marcus Christopher. We already listed all of these. I don't need to go through them again. Park Best Trick, though. Marcus Christopher in BMX Park Best Trick. I really like that because Marcus can throw down some stuff that he's not going to do in his run for the park contest that he could throw down in the best trick. And who knows, man? I mean, he's dialed enough that he could do anything that he does in his run if he wants to gamble, potentially on certain things. But for best trick, that's interesting. Justin Dowell, he's in there. Brandon Lupos, Jeremy Malott, Kevin Peraza, Daniel Sandoval, Mike Varga, and Ryan Williams. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the format for BMX Street. You know that they learned something from the previous. We'll see if and how they implement that. Also interesting that we don't have any women's section at Chiba. I get the hint that this feels like it's a little bit smaller of a event than the one that they had previously this year, but still I'm excited to watch. Ryan effing Williams, what's he gonna do? No dirt either. I think they're in a arena, so a little bit limited there it seems. What else is there? Chiba overview, Chiba courses. Yeah, they're in a building, so this is the street course. Park course is in the background here. Street course. Okay, so this is both of these. Street course, Brant listens to what? Got the great day. I don't even know what that means, Zenki. Oh, so street course looks like it's got a rock on it. That's interesting. Rock setup. Looks like it's supposed to be painted to be like grass. Then the park course. It definitely feels reminiscent of courses that we've seen, and it's interesting how it's laid out. So you'll be able to kind of come in and hit the box, go in either direction, hips both ways, but it feels pretty condensed. So it's going to be interesting. Also, if that quarter is rideable, if anybody uses that, I hope so. It has to be rideable. It looks like a spine too, but you go nowhere. It'd be hilarious to see someone do some type of super technical lip trick on there to where you don't landing on the spine at speed, but you still can land on the other side. So that's it. And it looks like the invited athletes, they're going to have vert for skateboard. So it's just going to be a vert ramp. And then Moto X, they apparently didn't need to show. Oh well, I'm excited to watch. If you want to watch, it's on their the X Games YouTube channel. No Flatland in Japan. It definitely feels like a slimmed down X Games in terms of the scale of what they're doing. Hopefully that doesn't impact anything else other than the amount of events that are happening. Either way, let's move on. Battle of Hastings went down. I didn't really get to talk about it too much at all, but I have linked in the description after this goes live as a video all of these BMX Union pages which contain the different highlights. So we have the Source Rail Jam live stream in full, and then the Our BMX Rail Best Trick highlights video, followed by Park Session live stream in full, Our BMX highlights, Dig BMX highlights, then the gooses flying over, Best Trick live stream once again, Freedom BMX highlights, Our BMX highlights, Dig BMX highlights, tons of highlights videos, but you get to see it all from different angles and such. Then the finals highlights plus the live stream. So Dig highlights, Our BMX highlights, Freedom BMX highlights. There's probably more out there, but these ones are all in one place for you. And I've linked just these pages so you can go and watch everything if you want to. Let's watch it together. So that's tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be awake at 3 a.m. Holy cow. 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, though, for Street. Spencer will probably be streaming it. Maybe I'll jump in there, see if he wants to co-cast it or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'll go live on my channel. Then we get to the videos from this week. We've got Alive Industry welcoming Osumatsu to the team. And if you watched this video, completely ignoring some of the landscapes and the other aspects than the riding and the spots, like if you just watch the riding and the spots and listen to the music and the way it's filmed and stuff, you'd swear that this is like an East Coast street video from 15 or 20 years ago. Geese are jerks. They were trying to disrupt the stream on purpose. That's funny. Did you know that the Brant is a type of goose? Now you know. But yeah, good video. Super spot focused and setup oriented video. But it's a fun watch. Then we go to the Colony backyard with Jason Drury, Afternoons in the Backyard. This video, I mean, it's super, super different than the previous because it's at a skate park backyard with lots of tech riding and jumping tricks, but it's fun watch. And if that's more your jam, watch this one. Seems like everyone who rides in vicinity of this ramp is really good. What's up, Alan Keats? Geese Gooses. Next up, we've got George from Greece in his full welcome video for Demolition. This one is sick, full of heavy hitters, like you can see in the thumbnail right here. absolutely sending it. The last clip is a gigantic bar spin drop into a bank. Wild. It's kind of chill at the beginning, builds into being pretty crazy. You can see this gap to rail, and George is one of the nicest people ever. Also, one of the best in all of BMX right now. So well-rounded in the dirt jumps in this video and street, and we know he can shred a park. There's some stuff in there as well. Solid video, and it's like really short for everything that it has in it, 2.5 minutes. Then Davey Osgood is back with a video called Lunchbox, and this dude is so incredible on his bike, and his balance is insane, to the point where a lot of this video, maybe all of it, he's riding a bike with no chain or sprocket, and there's a section in here where, I mean, all of it is balance, literally. But this clip after this one, I think, see, all of it is balance, but is it this one? Yeah, look at this. So he's going up into an ice pick stall, which is the regular ice stall. No chain, no sprocket, so it's all balanced there. He's not able to use the pedal pressure to push forward at all. But then he hops up, and imagine hopping from an ice pick to a chainless, brakeless tire tap, where you have to keep your balance. And look at this. It's just so incredible that he, boom, nails it to opposite ice, 270 out. Just watch it if you want to be completely mind blown by the balance that Davey has and some of the stuff he's able to pull off. So good. And I love the raw, no music, just riding feel to this. And he did a really, really good job at including close-ups and then super slow motion segments of things that show you what is really going on that you might have missed from just watching it in real time. So good. So good. Next, we've got a video with Victor Peraza and Sebastian Martinez El Barondo in Colombia. Shredding, ripping, watch it. Then we've got Davey Goosegood. Nate Stranded from S&M. So Nate lands in California and his flight gets canceled to go to New Zealand, Australia, wherever it's at. So they made the best out of it, visiting the building as well as Sheep Hills to ride, doing some tribute tricks for the Fids and Moeller himself. Entertaining video, and they bring us along for the journey. It was a fun one. Then we've got Pusher's Mountain Trip from 2024, going through Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana. Many clips and beers throughout the week. F yeah, hell yeah. Big thanks to Fat Tire and John Abel. So is there not a list of the riders in here? I'd like to give you guys a list of riders. Looks like we don't get that, but mountain skate parks, I'm sure that you'll enjoy. Then we get Medieval BMX, Sir Ham Bam and the Last Crusade, where this dude's literally riding at, on, and surrounding what looks like a castle, like an actual castle. Pretty nuts. Sir Hamish Bamber, the legendary knight, mounted his trusty steed atop the highest ledge of the castle, clad in armor, shred like no one had witnessed previously. We give thee, Sir Hambam and the Last Crusade. We give thee. G-Man Gaming, what up? This was a fun watch. I enjoyed it. Then we've got Alex Donachie, still the same from BSD. Alex is incredible. Do I even need to describe his riding or anything? Just watch the video. And also, there is so much to talk about this week, and I did not know that. So I didn't even have time to watch most of this. But I'm sharing it because I think you guys will care, and I'm sure that it's good. 41 people watching. Hot damn. Thank you for tuning in. We do this every Friday at 10, as long as I'm not gone on a trip. And This coming Friday, it might be earlier than normal because I don't want to miss out on the news, but we need to leave to get down to the ranch camp event. So I want to not get there too late, but that means we got to leave earlier. Either way, Radshare Community Stokes Circuit BMX event going down in Providence. Check it out. Video highlights from the event. Awesome to see Radshare doing. Start a jousting comp at the castle. There we go. Then from OPBMX, we have the BMX Files, Midwest Goodness featuring these guys. You might recognize some of those names. I'll move my arms so you can read them if you want to. Kyler, it was good seeing you at Cornhucket. Enjoy those wheels, man. You better put them on already. He won a set of wheels in the raffle and was stoked about it. I should talk about Cornhucket. We'll do that when we get to the end of this list. Next up, we got Kink BMX Citywide down in Philadelphia with Nathan Williams, Casey Starling, Santiago Laverde, Emma Finnegan, Jacob Cable, Lucas Figlisdaler, Matt Miller, and retired legends Daryl Taco and Ben Hiddle, who both still absolutely kill it, and some other familiar faces. So check it out. 10 days and almost 9 minutes of a video. I'm assuming Daryl put this together. He was there, so I would assume. And he always does an amazing job. Once Upon a Time in Sydney. So Calvin Kosovich on his YouTube channel has been uploading some things. This is raw footage from a couple days in Sydney with Lewis Mills, Dakota Roche, Ty Morrow when they were filming for the Vans Shimmer project. I love that he's able to do this because I feel like very easily a company who hires someone to film for a video like this could just be like, no, you can't use that footage on your own thing unless you give it to us and we'll put it on our own thing because we want to utilize it. And essentially they're hiring him for that, so they're paying for all of it, and it seems like they could very easily do that. So I'm happy that they're not, and I'm happy that he's able to do this with stuff he's filmed and he can put together after the fact to give people that raw behind the scenes look at a trip and something that just probably would have never seen the light of day without him doing it, because the companies, what are they doing with it? He probably has the footage. They probably don't. So yeah, it's good to see. Then we get to some longer videos. I guess that was probably getting into the longer video. Yeah, 12 minutes, 40 seconds. Then we've got one from Hope Cycles called 13, which is also exactly 13 minutes long. Hope Cycles is in Indonesia. They're celebrating 13 years as a shop. So it's filmed over 6 months in different cities with these riders. I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't heard of Hope Cycles before unless I talk about it in a news video, which I've done so many of those through the years that it's just a blur. And I thought it was really cool that a shop could stick around in Indonesia for 13 years and they wanted to make this celebration video. It's pretty freaking cool. They made sure to point out that it was filmed and edited using a VX1000 by Tip Tapes. So there, watch it. Next, we've got some of the Sunday Squad collab with Shred. I don't know what that is. Probably something to do with South Korea, I would assume. So it looks like Shred Bikes Shop Crew. Well, there you go. We've got Julian Ortega, Brett Silva, Eric Elstrand, and Jake Seeley for also 10 days filming Zach Kramus and Eric Elstrand on a high 8 camera. Super cool that we see companies sending people on trips all around the world. Kurt says, love me a VX 1000. Calvin Kosovich did Citywide, so I assumed wrong. I was wrong. Calvin Kosovich did Citywide. There you go. Well, that's cool that Daryl Taco got to just be there as like a rider then, right? Unless he helped with some of the filming. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, check out this video. Look at that dipped T-bog, perfectly framed there in the sky, not obstructed by the trees behind him, and it's a huge T-bog. Next, Banter Mixtape. This is 16 minutes street and park footage all around Sydney, Australia. Do we get a description that shows who is in this? Riders from all over, park trails and street. Well, there you go. 1,000 views. Check it out. You might see something you like. Then we've got another longer video from people that you may not have heard of before. And it's called Reality is a Hoax. It's titled Wild Dutch Scene Video. Calvin also uploaded a video talking about it last night on his channel. Hot dog, let's just pull up Once Upon a Time in Sydney. Where'd it go? There it is. So let's just pull that up real quick. I'm not going to watch through it or anything, but I figured we could see what's going on. Calvin Stuff episode 2 featuring Kinks BMX citywide film. Well, that's pretty sweet. So we get the behind the scenes of stuff like that from previous trips, and then get some behind the scenes insight on current stuff from a recent trip. That is awesome, and I love to see that. And I think that that could go in so many different ways, where he's doing that. He could talk about his filming style. Vic says he's got an interesting film style. So he could talk about kind of how he approaches that. He could talk about his editing process. He could talk about what it's like filming with people. Just all of this insight to what it's like being on a trip and filming a video for a company. That is so sick. I'm so glad we're seeing that. Kurt, you are not having a stroke. I have geckos that I feed crickets, and there are crickets in the background chirping. That is so funny. Oh man, I'm sorry. To anyone that's annoying too, I'm sorry. Just pretend like we're outside right now and it's a nice summer evening. Anyways, Dutch BMX full-length video. It's almost 30 minutes long. He talks about it, equipment and whatnot as well during it. I love that. We have a rider list right here. And let's see. Is this the most helmet throws we've ever seen in one video? We love this full length from these people, friends, dubbed Reality is a Hoax. Talent in the Dutch riding scene is off the hook. Captured all the mayhem perfectly. 28 minutes of essential viewing. Watch it, and if you guys do and you like it or you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments after this goes live so people can see that. Next up, we get into the interview type things from this week. I did a bike check with Mark Johnson, aka the other MAJ on Instagram, who makes these carbon fiber brakes. He made his pegs, he made his spokes and his stem. He made his bottom bracket. He made this brake piece. It's so crazy. He made so much of his bike and it's all so customized. He made his rear brakes. Love it. This video is so, I don't want to say this video. His bike is awesome. And I tried my best to put together the video with his talking about it in a way that does it justice. And it's gotten it's approaching the point where it might get 5,000 views in the first 24 hours. How wild. Deserves it though. His bike is awesome. And if you want to see it, watch that video. Then we got a couple podcast things this week. We've got the Unclicked podcast with Santiago Laverde. Talked about him being in the Kink BMX video that just came out. Then we've got Calvin Kosovich, who we were just talking about, with Bobby Canode on the Canode Knows podcast. And look at that cut in half frame that is framed hanging on his wall. That's sick. Check that out. This one is 2 hours, 44 minutes. Hot dang. Then we've got another Canode Nose, this time with Will Stroud, which is even longer. 2 hours, 51 minutes. Will Stroud, BMX filmmaker. You probably have heard of him before, and you can watch it. So, with that being said, we have the More BMX hashtag. If you guys posted anything, I'm about to talk about it. James Ovens, you could probably hit him up on Instagram talking about, we're talking about Mark's brakes, the carbon ones. Hit him up on Instagram if you want to get a set. So we got the More BMX hashtag. If you use it, I'll talk about it. If it shows up, Instagram kind of sucks. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about Corn Hucket, because Corn Hucket went down this past weekend and it was incredible. Carl is a freaking saint, and this event, being the last one, was a perfect day. No one got like majorly, severely injured that I'm aware of. Michael Woodby kind of tweaked his foot or ankle a little bit and was on crutches, but for the most part, seems like he's okay. A couple other crashes and nothing crazy. The weather was perfect. There were a crap load of people there, and it was just amazing. Such a good weekend of riding. It was so much fun. And I hope that if any of you were there, that you enjoyed it. But just because Corn Hucket is over does not mean that events at the Nowhere compound are over. They're definitely not. And you have a lot to look forward to. It's just Corn Hucket as an event is over. And you'll see when the video comes out how amazing it was. I mean, Ryan Fudger even came out and filmed for Our BMX, so their video will probably come out before mine can. You can watch that. He did some interviews, but amazing weekend. So good. And if you missed out, watch the video, listen to the interviews. I really hope that when the September Our BMX news thing comes out, that there's like a appropriate and worthy amount of time talked about this event, because it deserves it. And the fact that Carl did this event and made it as big as he did with very, very little direct support from the BMX industry and the people who were at this event. I mean, there wasn't one huge name pro in BMX that was there. And there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. So it felt like just a big family get together of BMX. It was so good. So I hope that they talk about it and just bring more awareness to what Carl is doing in Nebraska. Because Carl's never going to go out there and say, look guys, we have hundreds of people coming here every month just locally, and people starting to ride every month locally. Like, he's not that guy. You gotta experience it to really see what it's all about. So watch the videos. Hopefully they talk about it and do it some justice, and don't sweat if you missed it too much, because there's going to be more events. They're just going to be different. So with that, let's talk about boom, Time BMX, which has been updated with a new logo, a new look to the app that I love the look of. These different headings here, like the people to follow. Look at that, I'm first. Thanks, guys. The people to follow, your feed, popular locations, featured events, all of this stuff. It's so sweet. And the implementation of Radical Rick in here, giving you different messages, is awesome. The different shortcut buttons that exist now, like skate parks. And look at that. So I don't have my location on right now, so I don't have them showing up, but look how much the map has been improved. Not only do I notice like it's more snappy just now, but also it's got these icons which show, where are we getting? Let's go to the US here, just that's where I'm at, that show what something is. So different skate parks that are popping up on here. I don't even know what this is. I'm clicking on this one because I don't know. Oh, Urbana Skate Park. Gotcha. But if we click on one, you can see the weather of the area in 3 days upcoming. You can see couple pictures. Yo, I've never been here, but I might have to make a trip. Looks like a sweet little plaza. As well as, actually, that's kind of it. But you can sort it by pump tracks, shops, dirt jumps, and a spot that's on there, or all. You can search now. Like, there's so much that has been improved. There's a search tab, so you can just go ahead and search anyone on here. So if I search my name, there I go. I come up, as well as events. I don't know why I'm showing up under these other things, but there I am. So you can search that. It's so cool. So that brings us to the fact that there's profile. It's basically like a skate park, bike shop, pump track, a riding spot atlas plus Instagram, where it's like a social media at the same time. And whoa, you can have multiple accounts. That's kind of sick. It seems like that. So like, there's so much here, and they've just been improving it. But also, then we have the events tab, which is the thing that I've been referencing this app so much to tell people about. Blake, it's called Time BMX. It's on Android and iOS. But I've been telling everyone about this app because of its events tab, because it's an events calendar where anyone can submit an event. If you have a jam going on, throw it in here and people all around the world can know about it, and you can search for events. So awesome. Let's go to freestyle for events. We can see X Games is on here. Let's go through September. So the Over the Bars Jam is going down at Woodward this weekend. The BMX Hall of Fame event is also going down this weekend in Oklahoma. X Games Chiba in Japan this weekend. USA BMX Freestyle Series Regional in Sarasota, Florida is going down tomorrow. This event is shaping up to have an awesome best trick event at it, thanks to Maddie Kramer, Mike Spinner, Scotty Kramer, and all the other people donating prize money for it. It's pretty sweet. Separate of the actual contest, there's going to be best trick events, park and street, with cash prizes. Wild. Then we've got the Costa Rican Freestyle Series, round 2, going down in Costa Rica. Clute Jam in Belgium, going down the 22nd. Digital State Series of the USA BMX Freestyle Series is starting September 22nd. Next weekend the whole weekend at the Ranch Camp, the early 2000s Jam is going down. I'll be there. I'm excited. Old School BMX Reunion is going down next weekend as well, followed by the Ohio BMX Trail Series at Coasters Trails near Dayton, Ohio, going down the 28th. If you guys have an event in September, October, or any month coming up, get it in the app, because more and more people are downloading it and more people are going to see it and be able to go to your event. And the more that we talk about this events calendar, the more people are going to not have an excuse to be like, oh, I didn't know that event was going on. No, you get this app, you check the events tab, and there's no more excuses. Kurt, there is a Costa Rica freestyle series, but then also Coasters Trails in Ohio. Funny. Oh, I thought that was a coaster series, not Costa. Free coasters only. That's funny. So yeah, those are the events going on. That's Time BMX. Check it out. Would you keep riding in S&M even after your business relationship is over? At this point, I mean, I would say yeah, unless something else came up which was equivalent, or I don't know if you can say better. Unless another opportunity came up, I would probably be riding an S&M frame. So to answer that question, if nothing else was there and I had no other opportunities of something that was just as good or as close as possible, then probably yeah. So now we move to the more BMX hashtag. We have my post that's in here. Anything new? 10 weeks ago, 5 days ago, Prestige 89 had me a nice little sesh. Getting kicked out via speakers is a new one. Look at that street transition. That was sick. Every spot in here has been sweet. Oh, Travis changed his Instagram name again. Way to be, Travis. Way to be. Well, this is sweet. Look at that spot. Like, imagine using that as a bump jump to do a sprocket or in a Boobica. Holy crap, that would be nuts. Are these just the individual clips? I wondered. I'm like, did he do 10 slides of edits? That's a lot of riding. This is sweet. I would love to ride that. It'd be fun. Yeah, so it's all the individual spots. Hell yeah, Travis. He's in the chat right now. Look, a bike. Kyle McDonald built up a custom frame using components that he bought from S&M. Which is pretty sweet. I don't know what else to say other than the bike is awesome, being you had it made yourself from parts. Sick. What else? That's 5 weeks ago. We have 8 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago. I don't know what's new. Fictive brand, Caleb Ruker, bike check. Check it out. No pun intended. See what he's riding on his bike if you want to. Kyle used my code when he built or bought the parts for this bike. If you guys didn't know, one, I have a code where you can save some money from S&M or Fit and help me out at the same time. So one, you're supporting S&M and Fit. You're also supporting me and you're getting a discount. And there's also a bunch of other discount codes and links in the description for a bunch of other things. And when you use them, saves you money and helps me out, which I think's pretty awesome. Anything else in here? Jeff Mead 10 weeks ago. That's old. 5 weeks ago. 1 week ago, Time BMX highlighting Chris Young and an interview that I did with him about him and the Flatland Assassins Battleground contest. I love these graphics that Time BMX makes. They are so just well put together and look really nice. So sweet. Who knows? Maybe I'll have to just start uploading videos to the Time BMX app as well. Place to watch it there too. Who knows? Is there anything else that's current on here that I've missed? 10 weeks, we know that one's older. 4 weeks, that's older. Is that really all we get from the More BMX hashtag? Instagram sucks. Well, I guess that's all we get for that today. Unfortunately. Smart words brand. That's exactly what one would say considering who sponsors you. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I just know that I'm riding that S&M BTM that I've ridden for a year and a half, and I feel no difference compared to when I first started riding it. I don't know when you start to feel a difference because metal fatigues. There's no getting around it. And when you're riding BMX, you have impacts. Metal's gonna fatigue, and eventually you're gonna start feeling that. So I don't know when that normally starts, but I do know that I still love this frame. I don't feel like I need to get a new one at all yet, and I can very confidently recommend it to anyone. And it's awesome that you can see exactly where that frame is made when you watch Factory Friday videos and who's making them, and just get the transparency of knowing who and what you're dealing with it. I love that. It's super awesome. Let's see. Travis said something about a basketball edit. I didn't see it. We need to find it. Basketball edit. Is it in a thumbnail? I don't see it. Which one is it? Yeah, it's unfortunate that you can use the hashtag #MoreBMX and it doesn't populate everything. It's kind of a bummer. So, in other news, I got a new phone on the way, and I'm going to be picking it up today. Hopefully it's delivered right now. Not yet. Out for delivery. I'm excited. I'm going to go film a comparison video today. We need to start this over so I can watch it from the beginning. Buddy out here shooting threes, nailing it, hitting the manual, the nose manual afterwards. Got to hit the light ski on it. Phoebes down the ledge from downtown. Foot jam 180. Heck yeah. Zenki says, I've posted a few with the hashtag dang fadeaway swoosh, and it doesn't come up. Sad. That is sad, man. Look at all this basketball in here. Hitting shots. It's kind of a bummer that it doesn't show everything. I think once you get to a certain number of people using the tag, it will show up like everything instead of just highlights. But until then, I guess we get what we get. And maybe you just tag me whenever I'm doing the news and I'll be able to pull it up. Holy heck. All I know is I'm getting hungry. I hope everyone had a good week. I had an awesome time at Cornhucket. I'm excited for the Ranch Camp Jam not this coming weekend, 27th through the 29th weekend. Next weekend, it's going to be an amazing time. That place has evolved so much. We're about to go eat some crickets. Good one. Tim, I can't. I'm honestly so burnt out on travel that after this coming Ranch Camp Jam, I might be done traveling for the year. I'm just ready to work on stuff at home and try and push what I'm doing as far as I can with the videos that I've got in the works and improve stuff, and also hang out with my friends at home, because this month I only have one. This weekend is the only weekend at home this month, at least without an event. And even then, Sunday, I get to go to Cleveland for a concert thing for Victoria. So it's a lot. And there's just so much that goes on, so much that goes into it, and then videos from all of it. It gets overwhelming. So I'm ready to catch up, get ahead, and hopefully make things even better. Let's see. There's a St. Anne's Trail Jam, I'm assuming in Ireland or somewhere over there, that Kyle forgot to put in Time BMX. I've been up 33 hours, haven't eaten yet, just so I could catch you on live since I missed the last few. Sean Chambers, you are the MVP of this week. Thank you for that. Am I able to... There's polls, super stickers, all these things. I see some channels that are able to like gift a viewer membership, and I was gonna do that for Sean, but I don't have they don't give me that yet. I don't even have the option to do it at all. Whoa. So yeah, I think that's going to be where we wrap this one up, everybody. I appreciate all of you tuning in. The fact that there's still 40 people in here watching live on a Friday. Appreciate all of you so much. And we'll be back next Friday. It just might be earlier than normal, so keep your eyes peeled. I might do 8 a.m. next week just so I can leave for Virginia. Happy birthday, Sean. The 13th was his birthday last Friday, the 13th. Hope it was a good one. And we'll see you guys next Friday, possibly 8 a.m., 9 a.m. at the latest. And everything I talked about today will be linked down below. Thank you to the members in the chat, Kurt Schmidt, Kyle McDonald, Adam Connor. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for hopefully my iPhone 14 to